Okay, can anybody hear me now? Anybody hear me? Oh, good. Good thing you didn't hear me a couple minutes ago. It would not have been pleasant. This son of a bitch, I'm telling you, pisses me off when you haven't doing the same exact thing and nothing. For some reason, I'm forced to use, Shauna, you might know, I'm forced to use Manycam. You can see the watermark in the picture. I've deleted Manycam. I tried not to use it, but it won't let me come up anyway without Manycam, which I do not get. Didn't want, but here we are. Oh my God. So I haven't seen any of the messages on chat. I've been head down trying to figure out what the hell was going on with this thing. So I've missed everything so far. Yeah, this is a brand new MacBook. Gala with battle scars. That one I saw. Oh my God. Okay, let's get right to it because I don't have much time tonight. Most of you probably know this, but I'm having foot surgery tomorrow morning. And then I'll be laid up and working from home for at least 2 weeks, but I won't be able to get down here up and down the steps. I have to figure out tomorrow what my limitations are and all that stuff. So anyway, I was just going to do a quick show and tell of a few things, and we will go from there. Hang on, just taking a peek here. So who all's here? Kathy, Pat. Hey, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you over at Queen's Ink, Pat. Missed you by that much. Kathy, that's a new name. Teresa, April, Joan, Gayla, CB, Shauna, Josie, Nana, Terry. There's Terry. Hi, Ann. Oh, thank you. I think it'll be more of a nuisance than anything else. Hey, Jan, Sharon. Hey, Zay. Hey, Tam. Hi, Gail. All right. So rough start. If you're on YouTube, sorry about that. Shit happens. Anyway, so I'm back from the retreat with Robin McClendon, as you guys probably know. Some of my mods and people in chat were with me out there in Arizona. Gayla was there. Xandra was there. Kathy, who is Dragonfly Smiles, went with us. And April, a little creative me. Yeah, that's it. April, 5 of us went out together. Well, we met there. A lot of stories, a lot of stuff, really cool classes. Loved Robin in person. If you love her online, you really love her in person. So if you ever have the opportunity, I would recommend taking one of her in-person workshops. It was really awesome. Anyway, let's go through some of this stuff here since I don't have much time. I'll set this load off to the side for a minute. Right before we left, I got the paints. And they're the latest. Well, I guess they're the latest. I don't know, really. I shouldn't make that claim. But they are new by Arteza. Unique colors. It doesn't say anything on this box, but they're color shifting colors. They're called iridescent acrylics. And somewhere, I don't know where I saw it, that they were color shifts. And they are. So I swatched them before I left, and here's what we have. So here's all these colors on black and white. As you'd expect, some of them on white, like this first one, you can barely see it. See that pink little shimmer there? but that's it on black. They're on the same spots on this paper. So you can see, like this first row, they're the same paints on black and white paper. And you can really see the color shift in a couple of these different ones. See that one on the far right going to blue, red, pink, right? See how different they are? That always amazes me. Hey, Dot. Hey, Joan. Hey, Joy. Eileen. Hey, Rachel. Kimberly. Kaz. I don't know Kaz, but welcome. Good to see everybody. I just looked online. It's been the last time I streamed was, hey, Jean, my neighbor, and another Jean. Jean, musical scrapper Jean. I might have to pick your brain on how the hell to get rid of Minicam off my channel. It would not let me go through my webcam. It made me go through Minicam, and then I had to go in and tweak all the settings to get the sound to come on. Hey, Pearl. It was not a fun launch. Hey, Deborah. Yeah, so rough start there. So this row and this row are all the same color. So this and this are the same paint on black and white. Isn't that crazy? Look at this one's really crazy. The gold is like this lavender with some gold in it down here. And this one, you don't see much a shift to that purple one on the black. Well, you got to turn it all the way and then it kind of goes blue. You can see it a little bit. These are always hard to show on camera, but that's the same paint right there. It looks very turquoise and white, but you can see a brighter blue and purple come through that if you hit it just right. The yellow looks kind of peachy gold on black or more orange, but it's bright yellow on white. And then these two, I'll go this way, where I think they were a lime. And this one reminds me of the black gold that we get from, you know, the ones we use to flash, the black flash. It's similar to that. Now, the viscosity of these, you have to purchase Minicam to get rid of the watermark. I did that a year ago or so when you first told me about it. I bought it, and then I forget why I stopped using it. Oh, it wouldn't work with YouTube for a while. So I just completely ditched it and adjusted by just launching through YouTube. I'm not going to buy it again. But why does it come up on everybody's live stream unless you buy it now, Jean? That seems a little illegal. That's some kind of new YouTube deal with Minicam that you're going to get the watermark unless you pay for it. Hey, Brock. Maybe I'll ping you offline, Gina, and ask you a couple questions. Okay, thanks. Thank you. I'll look in Twitter for it later. But yeah, that was, and the last time I streamed was weeks ago. It was January 20th. I looked today because it's just been crazy busy. Traveled 2 different times, was sick, and then I'm having that foot surgery tomorrow. So I'm trying to, I needed to run a couple times back and forth to my mom's this weekend and yesterday to get her all stocked up, laundry flipped and food made and packed up her freezer and fridge with food and all that kind of good stuff. Hey, Elizabeth. So anyway, Jean, after not having streamed since the 20th of January, this is my first attempt, and this is how it's coming up, and it's never done that to me before. I was trying to figure out how to delete the whole thing off my Mac, thinking that would help. But I didn't get to that. I'll have to look at that later. Anyway, okay. So anyway, these are the new Arteza colors, and they don't really say color shift anywhere on the label. They're like I think they were like $26 for 10 of them on Amazon. So let's get these out of the way. Yeah, I couldn't believe how much trouble I had getting on, and I was down here at quarter after starting to mess with it. Good thing we'd still be in the hole here. But anyway, there you go. So that's those. Let me get those out of the way. I'm not going to do any project today. I don't have time. I'm doing all kind of stuff upstairs. So you guys know I like the brushes by Tracy Levinson, which is similar to the brush you'll see Robin use when she does her scripting. Hey, Button. Hey, Riri. When she does her scripting, they're handmade bamboo brushes. Well, it's not Tracy Levinson that made her brushes. It was his cousin, Keith, who has since passed away, and he kind of took over the business. Oh, Jost, you're a charmer. Let's keep you around a little longer. I don't think so. Thanks, CB. Hey, freaking idiot. Hey, Claire. Hey, Sherry. Wait a minute. It's not Sherry. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Oh, good God. Oh, Sherry. Must have thought I said Siri. Good Lord. Anyway, Tracy Levinson took over the business of his cousin who passed, Keith, who made the brush that you'll see Robin use. Tracy Levinson was in the American Craft Council show that was in Baltimore this past weekend. So I had to pop down there. Oh, Terry's saying check Arteza's website and sign up for emails. You get good sale coupons. Hey, Green. Good day. I know, she's like lightning, isn't she? Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is what I got. Got a few more. This one is a Silver Fox small. I love it when they have this natural little stick on the side. I don't know why. I just like it there. And this one's Silver Fox hair, and it writes really nice. He had this. These are sheets of his magic paper. It's kind of like a Buddha board light. You can wet your brush and practice strokes on this paper. And when it evaporates, you can go over and do more strokes. So he had pages, setups like this with a bunch, like 10 or 12 different kinds of brushes, and one of these and a little bowl of water. And he probably had 6 or 8 of those setups. At one point, you could see my scripting on every one of them. I was wet there. I moved over to this one. Yeah, it was a little crazy. But anyway, hi, Steph. Welcome. These are thicker than the, who am I talking to here? Brandy. I don't have a lot of their paints. I have one acrylic that's very like thick, heavy body, that's in the pouch, the squeezy pouch, plastic pouch. These new little bottles of acrylics, they have a thicker consistency than my other like full craft paints that I've been using with the black flash, green flash, aqua flash, all that. They're a little bit thinner and runnier. These are a little bit thicker. So anyway, these are the brushes I got while I was down there. Silver Fox, which I wanted online, but I wanted to try it before I ordered it. I mean, they're like razor sharp points. And this one was really scripted with nice. This one I got, this one was $25. It's a brown synthetic, but it's got a real long brush on it. And this was really cool for making really skinny hairline lines. This one is a goat and synthetic blend. Again, it's got that little stick on there. I just think they're cool. And then this one, this was the investment. But this one writes really nice. And next time I come on, we'll play with some of these. I just don't have the time to do it tonight. But this one is made of a different kind of bamboo. It's called green onion bamboo. And it has different kind of bends and stuff in it. So this one kind of rests in my hand. Kind of close there. And this one is Siberian elk in the green onion bamboo. Thanks, Jean. I'll check it out. So those were the new brushes I got. And I got some of this magic paper that he calls it. That's going to be a giveaway this summer at the retreat. I got to start a Maryland box and start throwing this stuff in. So let me put these out of harm's way, if there is such a thing down here. So this is a bag that I brought back from Robin's retreat. So this actually is one of Robin's bags. Robin has a shop Vita, V-I-D-A. I think Vita means life, but it's called Shop Vita site. You can put in her name and find it. You can go to robinmcclendon.com and click on her shop link and find all of her products where she puts her art on stuff. She's got scarves. She's got this bag, for instance, tons of other stuff. But you should check it out. And actually, Rachel, that's in chat, Soul Rain, she has a line of, and I had dinner with Rachel last Thursday. She took she took Seth's classes at Queen's Ink last week, 4 days, I think. And I had dinner with her Thursday night, whenever I met her there and had dinner. So that was great to get to meet her in person. We had a great time. And she was wearing a top and a scarf, an infinity scarf. And she handed me the infinity scarf to feel it and try it on. It's so cozy. They're like a real cozy, fine gauge flannel, although I don't think it's flannel. I'm sure it's some kind of cotton. They were really pretty. Oh, Terry, you got some of Rachel's? That's nice. I think Rachel was on earlier. I don't know if she's still on there or not, or if she's still in chat. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. But while we were there, Xandra had the brilliant idea, and if you watched Xandra's stream the other day, you would have seen it, where she asked Robin to script on her denim apron. So I gave Z my gold ink, gold Sumi ink, and Robin used one of her very special big brushes from that guy that made them handmade and scripted on her apron. So I had this had a kind of a blank open spot here. So she scripted one of her, what is that called? It's a type of circle, and it starts with an A. Why can't I think of that? Yeah, Terry, I don't know if you saw my note today. I just saw that email on my Etsy shop from you today, and I replied today, but I unfortunately saw it after you were there. And Enzo, thank you, Enzo Circle. So, hey, Lena, she scripted this on here with the gold ink on one side, and it's the same design on the other side of the bag. And she did it in black, but it still had some of the gold in it. So I don't know if you can see it, but the shimmer's in there, the gold paint and the black. So she autographed my Robin bag. So anyway, I'll show you what's in here. Lord knows what all's in here. There's the book that I made. This is a book that I was given. This is we'll pull them out one at a time. So Bonnie, who was there with us, hey Jeremy, made this and brought this to me there. And she's actually coming to the retreat this summer. So those of you who are coming will get to meet her. But look at this book. Got some of Rachel's scripting on the spine. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not looking at the Minicam camera. I better look at that. Sorry. I don't know what I'm showing here. I've got too many windows open. So this is Robin's scripting on here, and these beads and this little binding. And then it's full more scripting, front and back, I think. Yeah. And then she's got all these different jelly prints with some of my stamps mixed in here occasionally. Oh, look, pictographs. But just really cool abstract backgrounds to start on. There's 4 signatures sewn in. How cool is that? So Bonnie brought that for me out in Arizona. Oh my God, we've got stories about Arizona. Xandra told a couple, but yikes. Some of us are still suffering. I won't mention any names, Gayla. This is my little book that we did. Everybody said from the pictures they knew it was mine because the big Robin had her daughter Shen that was there take pictures of all of our books gathered, and she put them on Instagram. We had them set up as tiles, and then we had them all set up in a circle. And everybody kept saying, "I know which one's yours because the black and white circles." But anyway, this is we did jelly print. We jelly printed like crazy people. And then we put together some of our prints in this it's a very loose type binding here. They're hole punched, and then this sari ribbon is just threaded through with a needle. So it's very loosely, very casual kind of book. It opens wide, pretty much everywhere. You just have to make sure this is still kind of new and stiff. But we went in and we reinforced every page. These are some of the old wall type jelly prints. It's one of mine. Well, all of these are mine. But see these lines right here? They kind of look at a glance like they're scripting, and they are not. We discovered something really cool. Rachel, and somewhere in here is more of it, but Rachel gave me a stack of it because I was getting this result. But we were putting a thin layer of one of the craft paints down. I think it was a Martha Stewart or whatever you had. Just a very thin layer. And Dave's upstairs. Watch, somebody on YouTube's going to complain. He texted me pictures. This is his picture from the sofa. Both the knuckleheads snuggled up on there. It's hard to see with the lights. Well, you'll have to trust me. That's 2 labs. 2 labs on his lap. Put a thin layer down. Let it dry. What kind of paper is that, Patty? They're on all different kinds of papers. This particular one, I'll show you when I get there. I forget the name. It's a kanji paper. But we put a thin layer of paint down. Let it dry. Either scripted over it or just drew shapes. And this particular one, I just took ink and I made straight lines from one side of the jelly plate to the other. Let it dry down. And then I pulled a print with another little layer of paint. The way this kanji paper puckered against the ink on my jelly plate kept coming out. Every time I pulled it, it kept coming out looking like it had been scripted a little bit. I mean, the marks are really interesting how it came out. So I'm going to try that here. It was maybe the dry Arizona air that had something to do with it. I don't know. If I can't repeat it, we'll figure something out. But anyway, so these are just all different kinds of papers. This one is resume paper that I coffee stained at home. So these are some of my coffee stains here. We did a ton of coffee staining. We used the Wood watercolor, watered it down in a spray bottle, coffee in a spray bottle. What was that yellow one, Sandra? My brain's locking up. Oh my gosh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. What was the real bright yellow? One that sprayed really bright yellow. Anyway, you can't really see it, but that buildup on that is really thick. There's a lot of cool layers and stuff in there. Turmeric, thank you. Yeah, we had some turmeric, and we went out and we reinforced every page with whatever we happen to use. And these are kind of fragile the way I put them in here. I'm not going to open them every time all the way. We'll be here all night because it's not broken in yet. But this is a piece of, that's the back of the resume paper that when I dyed it, I just took some brewed coffee and took a big spoon and splotted it on. Holy moly, what happened there? Oh, great. My email just popped up and blocked everything. Never done that before either. And then I took a mug and I sat in the pools and I made circles here and there. And this was that silver black Sumi ink on top of the rice paper that had been coffee stained and stained with some ink. We went out in the desert outside the outside the place where we had the classes. And there's stories from that too. Some of us are still picking cactus thorns out of shoes and socks. And here's some Bonnie that gave me the journal I showed you that she made. She went to a really cool thrift shop down there, and she got these old books that she shared the pages with us. And this was a music sheet, obviously. And we coffee stained those. I made some tape out of some jelly prints for my reinforcements in there. This was a layered page that I brought from home where I coffee dyed it. Then I run it through the printer and had this little geometric design that's on the background. And then I copied it. I shoved it through the printer again and blew up some of my scripting to put big marks on it. And then I had a little bit of bronze on my jelly plate and I picked that up. So it's got all kind of stuff on it. This was a copy of that favorite collage of mine that I printed with the stamp I got from Zandra, the big Zodiac round stamp. I printed it on there and blew up some extra big scripting and put it through the copier again on there. And so that's what we did. We just had all kind of different layers of stuff. This is one of my favorite jelly prints I put in here. I could never get this to act right for me. That's just one of my jelly prints that I had using that same stamp. And another one. Back of a piece of coffee stain. Right. That's the back where this soaked through. It's just showing black there. All the silver goes through, lays on the top of it. And this was this godforsaken thing that I was working on for so long, right? I took a picture of one of the pages and blew it up real big, and you can see that ink. It photocopied. It looks metallic. Can you see that? It's really big, and this is the bronze stamp of the Zodiac, and that's more scripting. I just blew everything up and kept putting it back through the printer, and that's what I came up with. Hey, Tori. And this was, see this checkerboard black design? Look really close at that. That's that ink with the kanji paper again. And see how it looks like there's some hidden message in there. And that's just how it pulled off the plate. And this was coffee stained. And then I pulled it off with the Aqua Flash paint. But that stuff acted really cool. And that's just one of my coffee stain things that I ran through the printer with enlarged scripting on it. Robin gave us each a few sheets of this page that she put together and photostated at home, and then showed us about how she can get it to do this through the back. You get that kind of a look, right? And these are this is a piece of the scripting paper that Jude had sent me. I printed it on a coffee stained piece of graph paper before I left. So some of these were made there. This was made there. It's very light, but it's got some really interesting little bits on it. Why am I in the shadows here? Maybe try adding this lamp to the mix. See if that helps any. It's like I've never streamed before. How is that possible? There we go. It's pale, but it's got a lot of interesting stuff in there. Here's one of the pages where I put down that the stripes of ink, and you can see the reverse in here, where it did some of that puckering, and it looks like hidden little messages in there. That was just on a piece of graph paper. That's an old jelly print of mine I threw in there. That's another one on music paper. The other side of that one I just showed you. The other side of that one. Here's a good picture of that. What I was talking about, that how that printed on there and looks metallic. It's even got that silvery blue cast to it. I couldn't believe how that printed. And this is on, what is this? That's Tomoe River paper that printed on. And I liked it so much I didn't want to get rid of it. So and here's one of these bits on one side of this book or the other. Hey, Kathy. That got blown up and printed on there. Backwards. And these were, I don't know what this was. Oh, this was the underpaper that she thanks, Joan. Assholes. Why do they think they're humorous? They're just so crude. What a small little life they must have. I actually feel sorry for the trolls. Bless their little hearts. But this was an underpaper that I believe, you guys can correct me, I think it was the IKEA roll paper. Is that what she gave us? And then we just put our things we were coffee staining on it and let it run through it, run under it. And you can see it better here where some of it got printed and some of it didn't. But she said she puts like 7 layers of coffee on it. And that happened to me one time too, Judy. Yeah, the roll of paper that comes with the kids, some kind of kids PlayStation where you can put a roll on and keep pulling out fresh paper for them to draw in. So it was like $4.99 for a huge roll of it. This is a piece. This is on my old onion skin. I love this print. And I printed a page that Jude sent me from New Zealand on the onion skin. That's all the black print. And then I had some bronze laying on my jelly plate and just pulled what would come off on there. And another stained one. Here's that same print enlarged and put on coffee stained, what is this? Resume paper. That's one of my coffee stains from home. And this one, is that the one? I think that scripting on there and that gold, I can't remember who told me to get this gold ink that's actually in a metal jar. Oh, there it is. It's sitting right there. Hang on. Liquid gold. Is that what it's called? Oh, Lordy. Hold on. I've had to stop taking some of my meds before my surgery that help my joints, and I'm really jacked up. This stuff. Liquid gold. They have silver and copper too, which of course I had to get because I thought it was going to be really good. And it is, but I'm telling you, you want to use this with a mask and outside. Whew, this stuff was nasty. But anyway, I was practicing scripting on there to see how it would look, and that's what that was. But it looks like it kind of, I don't know, it looks like some of it peeled off of there, to be honest. Another piece of that. The other half of that one. I just really like all those colors, as you know. Whew. Another piece of this and this. And then there's another printed piece of that, a jelly print. So we kind of got duplicates in here, right? Because I really like the pages, so I used both halves of them. And then here's another piece of that, using the kanji paper, how it made it pucker and look like scripting. I just was mesmerized by how it did that. This over here. So you guys, but one of my last streams was me trying to make these folders. I was going to take, hey, Shelly, I was going to take Jim Smith. Hi, we're doing great. I hope you are too. That's my buddy, Wine Country Jim from Napa. It's good to see you in chat. Thanks, Eileen. So I was working on making these folders that I thought was a good idea. I think I went a little overboard and finally finished it to take with me. And what I used it for was little bits and bobs. I'll show you what's inside. But I was undecided how I wanted to do the closure and what did I want to decorate it with. So I got these chopsticks from Loose Ends. Hey, Linda. It might have been a combination of my plate April, and it's how old it is and what all I had done. Oh my God, Eileen. Oh, that one aged me. That one aged me. But I got these chopsticks at looseends.com. They're antique chopsticks. Let's see if I can get it to focus or not. Right. That's what they look like. So I put one on the binding of the spine because I could. I had an idea that I was going to use it inside to make the book like a traveler's notebook, and instead of elastic, tuck it underneath here. Yeah, that didn't work. Don't do that. And then I put some beads on here, raku beads that I've collected, a little bit of copper, a little bit of turquoise, on a little colors. This was come off of a happy mail. I mean, a happy, what the hell are they called? The calendars? Anyway, whatever they are. And then I put one of my old lampwork cabochons on here that didn't make the cut when I was doing them, and I had it laying there in my stash. Come on, focus for mother. Won't you please? I think because of the shine on there, it won't focus. And Jim Smith bought a lot of my lampwork tools when I decided to get out of the biz. And that's a silvered, that webbing on there, Jim, you probably know it. That's a silvered ivory glass that spider webs like that when you heat it. But anyway, and it's got all kind of stuff on it. I got the Zodiac stamp. I got my pictograph stamp. This was embossed with Seth's powder. Some of the stuff that came from New Zealand. Loose ends paper, this black and gold stuff. The silver black ink. So this is watercolor paper, for those of you who don't know. It was a whole sheet that I coffee stained. So that's the background color. You can see that coffee stain on there. And then I went over it with, I wet some, after it dried, I wet some of it. I think you might have heard that, Kathy. In your dreams. Never again. Oh, I'm glad you like them. You have to send me pictures of what you're making when you have a chance. So there's all kind of stuff on here. There's that little what's that thing called? Needlepoint canvas that I use on my jelly plate with some of the bronze. I can't get the colors to show right. Right, the Zodiac stamp again. So when the original watercolor paper dried, I went back and I wet different areas. You can go back a few videos ago and see this. I wet it, and then I scripted in it with that silver black ink, which is this ink, but this is the gold. It's the silver one, right? The Yasutomo. You can get on Amazon or other places. But this is the silver black is what I used. But the color in here came up really cool. I don't know if it'll show. But see how it's kind of taupey on the top point of that little character? Then it shifts on an angle. You see that blue silvery look to it? It's really cool. But anyway, so this folds out and folds out and folds out. And I created it and splotched all kind of crap all over here. And then I decided, instead of doing what I was going to do, I made this other insert, which was another little hootenanny of an evening. Thank you, CB. Just about, Judy. You might be right with that. Oh my gosh. But you can see I put all my little bits and pieces in these folders. This was 2 manila folders that CB's Wizardry walked me through how to get these into a 4-pocket little folder. And then I sewed that in. You can see the thread there where I sewed it in. I had to phone a friend. Zandra zoomed with me to, oh my God, it was a mess. But I got all kind of little stuff that I brought from home to take there to see what I would incorporate. And then I have leftover little bits. And here's Kathy Sear made us a little bookmarker. She really did. Gayla claims she didn't give her one, but you know, maybe I'm just special. I don't know. Got my little gold foil nib pen in there where I did the scripting with the gold foil. So anyway, that was just a bunch of pockets, coffee stained something other that has scripting on it. So one of these, I did this darker one, coffee staining, but this one was a piece that Robin sent me in a package of stuff that I scripted on, but she sent me the coffee stain paper. But look at the difference. See how fine those marks are? They were done with a spray bottle, where I take mine out of the cup with a big tablespoon and just like hold it up high and just let it splot, and whatever happens, happens. But I like that look. I did some of those out there in Arizona. I know it's not Arizona. So yeah, so that's that monstrosity. Oh my God. Oh, those videos, they were quite something, weren't they? What else we got in here? Oh my goodness, all kind of stuff. I don't even know what's in here. Oh, there's my jelly plate and my little metal pan that Xander gave me to travel with it. That was really handy. Oh, here it is. Ah, here's the other one I never finished. Let me move this. Oh, there's still stuff in the bag. So you can see where I coffee stained. This was another big piece of watercolor paper. And you can see how different those scripting came out. It clouded around it where I must have had more water on it. But that was that same ink. And some of them really like disintegrated, but that's okay. So my plan was to decorate this too. Oh, hey, Marsha. But big girl just ran out of steam. Let's just say that. Hey, Mickey. Oh, you did make lamp work, Dot. Cool. So this just had, oh, here's more of these papers that I made. See, these had the thick pockets. I think this is where Xandra called me to bail me out. Go like, what in the hell are you people talking about? I forget what these were called. These little wedges you put in there to hold the depth of the pocket. And when I first did it, honestly, I thought this is going to be way too big. But coming back, it's kind of crammed full. So I'll just show you some of the different things that we worked on. Here's another piece of those papers. And that's on that kanji paper. Where the ink just puckered the right way and kind of looked like it was scripting. It was crazy. And Robin gave us doilies to coffee stain. More of the, let's see, let me take some of this out of there. Some of these are kind of repeats. More of the music paper. This was just a piece of my resume paper that I stained and scripted over and then pulled it with a little sheen of, I think it was that champagne gold. You can see that pearly sheen on it. This was just a piece of stuff. And that was the kanji paper. This isn't, is it kanji paper? Yeah, it is. This is the kanji paper. And that was that ink done in a big circle again and here. And it puckers. Really, it's really cool how it puckers. And this one didn't turn out the way I did scripting on it, but down here it dried too much when that one was still kind of wet. But you can still see what I mean about the little bits. And she got that at Daiso. But you can't buy it online at Daiso. We don't have any Daisos. So, structure strips. They do sound important. And here's another one. This one didn't come out as well. But you can see it looks like zebra stripes or something. That was solid ink on there. And actually, I think this was it. This was what I pulled. I mean, how the hell did I do that? That's this image backwards. No, that's the same image like that. Beats the hell out of me how I did it. Another one of those. Some of the music paper. But look how curly that circle was. And it was a solid circle of ink. And it just got all kind of scripty-dipty-doo. This was another. Here's one that I used the spray bottle on. See the fine little marks of the coffee in there? That this is on black paper. Stuff I brought from home. You guys have seen this before, with copies of Jude's folders that I put on onion skin that she sent me from New Zealand, and some other miscellaneous stuff. Oh, one of the ladies gave us this huge sheet of this Joss paper. Nobody had ever seen it that big, and she had it for like 20 years and never did anything with it and brought it in to share it. These are just some of my things I took. I didn't know what to take, what all to take, so I just took stuff. The rose gold. I just took stuff to have on hand in my little folder. Some of these are cool. We were doing just jelly prints on different kind of tissue paper to get warmed up. Kind of old wall pulling stuff. That one's got some cool bits in it if you can catch the light right with the focus. All right, I'm just doing them and doing them and doing them. There's a couple in here I really want you guys to see. Oh, this is a long piece. I did it kind of back to back. Half the plate I was using a what color would I use up here? This was black gold. I don't remember what it was. Some kind of pearl white or titanium white, maybe. And this one Bonnie gave me. This was one of Bonnie's jelly prints where she kind of double dipped my pictographs over it with some gold leaf. I will use that for something. And these are, we went out in the desert the first day and walked around outside of the place where we had the classes. And it was in Green Valley, Arizona. And we looked for all kind of bits we could find in the desert to bring back in and use as tools to make marks on the papers. This was a brush. That's not what that was. But, and the big marks were brushes, but all those little squiggles and all that stuff, they were all sticks and thorns and little leaves and whatever we could find. And this I picked up. Kathy found a photo album in one of the thrift stores we went in. And then in between each page of where you'd put the photos, there was like a what do you call it? Now I had it right in my head and it left me again. Like a fly sheet or something. I don't know what it's called. I thought I had a couple extra pieces in here, but I don't think I do. Anyway, the gold that you see on here was what I picked up. It had like a linen pattern in it. It was like a vertical and horizontal weave. I don't know if you can see it in the gold. See that weave of that gold? That was the design of the paper. And it was a sheer, it was white, but it was sheer like vellum. But it had the oddest texture, but it made some really cool, I was doing that silver black ink on top of this stuff. This looks so cool outside. You could almost see, I mean, it's an incredible shimmer out in the sunlight. And it almost looked like you could see different colors in it. Like, I don't know if any of that'll pick up and focus for me. Not quite, but you can see that blue, gray, silver thing it does. But it was really cool looking outside. This is wallpaper that Robin had a big roll of and shared with all of us. I think those papers on the other side of this gigantic folder. Now I got to put all this stuff away. Patty, did you bring your whole bottle of that ink, or did you bring the whole bottle? It was like this. This one. I brought that one, a black bottle, and the gold bottle. I mean, not that gold bottle, but all gold. So Zandra brought me this foil, Gina K Fancy Foils Glimmering Gold, and I took some of my stuff with me, and we never really used it. We were too busy doing everything else. But here's some, I don't know what this is. book pages. I brought this from here, and a coffee stained it. It came out pretty cool, actually. It looks it's grungy, but I mean, that's the look, right? So you can see I took the coffee stain pretty cool, actually. I'll use that somewhere along the line. And I only took a few stencils, and I had this folder, and they were all rocking around in there. I thought, what in the hell am I going to fill this with? Well, papers. More book papers, different language. I think these are German. Yeah, they look German. And then I think these were bits that Bonnie gave me of some of her prints. She was sitting next to me. Lucky me. This was one of those prints on a piece of onion skin. That's onion skin. That's one of my patina papers I printed out on onion skin and then pulled a real sheer layer of gold to have it kind of hit it every once in a while. This one was the picture. Remember when I had the Zodiac stamp so caked up with that bronze paint? Hey, Glenda. Somebody said, take a picture of that. It looks cool. Well, I did. And then I printed it on onion skin. Then I put it back and I printed one of the papers with the scripting on it that Jude sent me from New Zealand. And then I picked up a little dusting of the bronze off the plate. Just all kind of layers of stuff there. And that was just picking up some bronze off of the plate. Here's another bit of those kanji paper scripting pulls. This one had a real pale circle. You can barely see it on there, but it's there. And here's my Eileen's favorite print. I printed it out on a piece of coffee stained resume paper. And look, it still looks metallic. Isn't that crazy? Oh, this is my new pictographs coming out soon. Should be like the end of the month. Stuff I brought from home. These are the papers that Xandra made me with that cool stencil and sent to me. These are some of my earlier jelly prints I was doing that I just shoved in here and took. My little medallion. And jelly print. Here's that paper. Here we go. So this, let's see if you can see the paper. I want you to try to see the, oh, hit the camera. Eek. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Too white, probably. Is it going to focus? Probably not. So let's look down here. Here's the black golden. See that texture? All those little grooves and lines? That's the paper. If anybody knows what this paper is, please tell me. Sergio, hello. But these were those like fly sheets in between the old photo album. It cost her like $1. Then she cut it all apart in her room and then gave us each however many of these it divided up into. But they made really cool prints. And I really love the texture of it. But I don't know what it is. If anybody knows, let me know, please. And here's just one I did with some scripting and picked it up with gold. But you can see. There you go. There's a good shot of what the paper looks like. And the gold was really cool. Another one of those. There's another one of those. These are old jelly prints of mine that I took and didn't use. Here's this pearl. Terry, are you still in here in chat? There's Terry. She sent me some of this pearl paper that kind of gives the appearance of when Robin does the glazing. Hey, Artie Dar. How are you? But it's pearl paper. You can see that sheen on it. That's what the paper looks like. And these are prints. She sent me some of the prints. And she was saying that she thought this dark print overwhelmed the pearl paper. But it's still got that sheen on it. And I love that print. something special is going to happen with that. I don't know what it is. But these are some that I did on the pearl paper, printed them here before I left. And I printed one of my coffee stained and scripted with the script enlarged on it. But you can see it's got that look here. I printed that medallion on a piece. See that sheen? And I printed one of these because I love that scripting. And my favorite jelly print. Thank you, Eileen. You had me emboss on that one, remember? Adios, Sergio. I don't know what happened. He was here for a quick minute. Bless his heart. And that's another one I printed. I took this. You guys have seen that before. And these are more resume papers that I printed on. And see how I had them laying on paper towel. See how the paper towel print kind of came through on there in different places. These are ones I didn't do anything with. I just took them. This was brewed coffee. This was instant coffee. It came out a lot darker. Oh, here's some of that roll of paper that we use from IKEA. She said just put like 7 layers of it could have been a wedding album, I guess, Jan. It was an older photo album, like for big it probably was, because it was like the pockets, I think, Kath, they were big, right? Like for 8x10s. And this was some other paper that we were using of Robin's. It's like a baking paper, sheets of that. And I was just cleaning. Oh, you know what I did? I put that gold liquid ink, Sumi ink, on my plate and just tried to pull prints with it. Yeah, it's all right. But it runs under the stencil. See how it all splotted up? Good idea in theory, not so much in practice. And I just took a little handful of stencils. I didn't take that many. But this folder worked great for this, I got to tell you. Oh, and we have more. What do we have? I'm going to put this back in here and get it out of the way. Oh, these are papers that people gave us. And I think these are all kind of clean papers, but I'll find that one in here. Thanks, Jan. Hey, Jan, sometime I want to pick your brain about your Hyundai, the Santa Fe. Dave thinks I should be getting a new car pretty soon. Well, we're going to be working a couple more years. And I had such good luck with the other one. I might do that again. So Robin gave me this. She gave out a few sheets of different black and white origami paper to people. And I got the stripes. And I was like, oh my God, that's great. I love stripes. And then she brought back and gave me, I think, the rest of the pack of that. Little black and white stripes. Does that make you dizzy? I'm trying to make you dizzy again. All right, I'm way away. I can barely see the check because I've scooched myself over. This is that kanji paper. And it's they're folded. I mean, look, I don't know if she tore it out of a book. Let me look. Yeah, look, see, it was sewn in. See the holes? And it opens like this. And apparently it's in like a children's book where they can practice writing the script. And up here, it's got a blank number for a page and some little symbols that I have no idea what they mean on those end columns there. And that's what it is. And it feels like it might have a coating on it, which we think might have had something to do with the way it acted with that ink. But we can't buy it online. So if anybody is near a Daiso, you're in business. So this pack, my friend April put together. This is a big dot card from Renaissance. So April, can somebody put April's Etsy shop link up there for me? It worked, Joan. April has an Etsy shop called A Little Creative on where she imports and sells these Polish watercolors called Renaissance, and they're artist grade watercolors. And she made us up a little mini palette and all kind of extra. And honestly, I haven't even opened this yet, April. Saving it for a rainy day when my foot's all boogered up. And this, I don't know who this came from. Did Robin give us these guys? It's got all kind of stuff in here. Crossword. All this cool scripting kind of paper, shorthand. Just an assortment of all kind of, here's sales orders, graph paper, like an old accounting kind of tablet, resume paper, line loose leaf. It's got all kind of stuff in here. Envelopes. Oh, there's something in the envelopes. Smaller envelopes in the envelopes, of course. Oh, hell, I'm off screen. I'm scooted way over here because I'm kind of, let me try to clear my desk. I'm a little jacked up over here. Not in a good way. Oh. And I think it might be from Robin, because I know she talked about this saying, wabi-sabi imperfection is a form of freedom. So there's that packet. This I took this myself and never used it. And these are just other papers that I took and never got around to using. Some onion skin, resume paper. Somebody, Xander, did you give me this long onion skin? Somebody gave me long sheets, like legal size onion skin sheets. Oh, thanks, A, for that's April's link that Sandra just put there to her Etsy shop. She's got pans and tubes and all kind of good stuff. Yeah, these are all just blank things that I took with me and didn't always use. So that's about where we are with that. Here's my little book from Bonnie. And here's the book I made. And that's the name of that tune. I thought there was something else. Oh, I left it upstairs. I did get my jar of that paste, Eileen and Xandra. That I forget what it's called. Oh, April, you had that. Okay. Thank you again. I'm looking around. I thought there was something else I was going to show you guys. But I think that's probably it. So I talked to Sherry with the eye stencils the other day. She is, they're finalizing their new website, and will let me know soon. They were shooting for the end of February, but we're almost there. And since I'm having foot surgery tomorrow, I won't be able to do it for a couple of weeks. But soon we will have Joan's new launch of stencils and mine come out, with a coupon code, I'm sure. So, yeah, stand by for that. I'll put it all over social media when I know when it is. And then I'll try to schedule like I do every time to stream, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Shorter, not doing 3-hour streams every time, but enough so everybody will get to see what, what they want to see and with what colors and all that kind of good stuff. So, God, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am, honestly. Am I? Huh. I really do feel like I am. Oh, I know. Hang on. See, whenever I feel like that, I am right. Oh my gosh, I'm all jacked up. I missed my meloxicam. They took me off of that before surgery. Oh, here we go. My brain is so bad. I'm going to have to go back and look at my email to figure out who sent me this. Oh, whew. I'm back. I'm extra slow today. Ay, ay, ay. Someone sent me so much stuff that I had to send 2 packets of it. I'm not going to have time to go through all of it, but I just wanted to acknowledge it, let them know that it was here, but I don't even remember who to thank. How bad is that? Ugh. Don't take it personal. Trust me, ask Dave. I can't remember anything anymore. These are just some of, because of Xandra, had to get some of Seth's new powders. But I also got this, I also got this Wow spray embossing brush. Oh, it's not a spray. I guess you just brush this embossing liquid in random patterns and then sprinkle it and emboss with the powder so it looks kind of organic. So I thought that would go good with kind of what I'm doing now. And I believe this was from CB. Now, I don't know. Is this something I can show in public, CB? Because some of it's a little questionable. This is not a sterile kit. Let me have a look at this before we put it up there. Oh, a root canal. Not my favorite thing. Although I did find a dentist up here that makes a root canal as easy as possible. Oh my gosh, I have to read all this stuff. Otis, that's from Jamie. Maker of things. I have to read this. Art responsibility. Pair of gloves, finger cuts, fingertip protect. Oh, see, I can't keep up with you guys that stream during the day. And I haven't kept up with anybody lately. I'll have to read this before I show you. I must have forgotten to send everything in one package. Oh, what's that? Oh, you know what? You know what? Your name threw me as I read that, but now I know. I think I know who you are, Geraldine. Okay, well, instead of going through this right now, I'll have to look at what this is. But I thought this was interesting when I noticed the finger cuts and this thing. I didn't know which way this was going to go. And it was so... I'll have to look at it. If Jamie had anything to do with it, I know it's funny. I'm going to put this off for one of my rainy days recovering. And then I'll show it when I know it's appropriate. So I got 2 huge packages of goodies, and as you can see, I haven't even gotten to them because it's been, I'm telling you, it's been crazier than normal crazy around here. I went to Atlanta for work the last week of January, came back sick, was in bed like all weekend, got better, was nutso busy at work. No, that wasn't not so, it was nutso busy at work. Ooh, look at these. Oh, wow. Look at that. I don't know what kind of paper that is. That's cool. But I was, so I came back from Atlanta. Then I was sick. Then I was at work trying to get everything caught up, trying to get my mom all caught up with everything she needed, stock her up before we went to Arizona. Then we went to Arizona. We flew on the 11th, and then we flew home on the 16th, and we had a ball. Look at all this yumminess in here. Good Lord, Geraldine. It'll take me a week to look through all this. Card painted with liquid gold. Oh, you're the one that told me about this, right? It's all coming back to me now, girl. Painted with liquid gold might be stinky. Oh, I see it on there. On the background of that. You can see that liquid gold in there. But anyway, then we went to Arizona. I got back to my house about 11:15 p.m. Sunday night. To bring the stuff in, unpack stuff I needed, went to work the next morning, and was flat out getting it the whole week. In the evening, by the time I got home, Kathy knows. Patty, did you get the art and say? I did. I just showed it here, but I didn't have a chance to really read all that. I want to read it before I present it, so I don't Everybody, I'm a slow reader. Everybody didn't have to watch me read. But thank you, Jamie. I think, I don't know, a couple of little suspicious things in there, but thank you. um, I think it was Tuesday night. Man, I hit a wall. Now, Arizona's only 2 hours back from the East Coast because they don't do daylight savings time. They're just the same time all the time. But I think it was Tuesday night. We're actually 3 hours back. They would adjust the clocks, but geographically we were 3 hours. I hit a wall. Dave said, "Let's go grab a bite to eat." I said, "We got to go early, and I'm coming back right away." So we were back home by 7 o'clock, and I could hardly keep my eyes focused. And I slept for like 12 hours. Then I felt better the next day. But sweet Moses, that caught up with me all at once. And then I've just been, now that I'm back, working again, trying to get everything as much as I could at work caught up because I'm out. I was out half a day today for appointments. I'm going to be out tomorrow for the surgery. And then supposedly they tell me I can just work from home for 2 weeks. I mean, the doctor said that. I don't have to take disability or anything. I just have to keep my foot iced and elevated and not on it at all as much as possible. I'm anxious to see, look at all this stuff in here. I'm anxious to see if I come home in a boot or what's the deal with showering and walking at all and all that kind of stuff. I'll find that out tomorrow. She knows my colors. Geraldine, look at you, this little sticker. Look at that one. Oh, good night, girl. So then I went to my mom's this weekend to pick up dirty laundry. Monday night, I took it back. Sunday, I was cooking half the day, making some casseroles to get her freezer and her refrigerator stocked up. Did last minute shopping for her. Took the clean laundry and all that stuff back. This past Saturday, we had 3 family kids' birthday parties. There was something else before that. I forget what we did earlier. Then Sunday, we had Oakley's training. Went to the grocery store. Got all the stuff that I was going to cook and make for us and my mom. Dave dropped me off for my last minute pedicure. I don't want to go under the knife with shaggy toes. And then he picked me up from there. We had to go to Costco. Then we came back and I started cooking like a fool. And, oh, look at this. Oh, it's a little traveler's notebook with some yummy papers in it. And sparkly to boot. Cool. Thank you, Geraldine. Oh, that's beautiful. At a glance, it almost looks like a seascape. Maybe it is, other than abstract. With all your stuff, I was expecting abstract, but holding it like that, I got the waves and the clouds in my head. What else did we do Sunday? Oakley's training, shopping, cooking, pedicure. I know I'm forgetting something. I don't know. It was a lot of stuff. And then back to work Monday morning. And Shop Vita collection. ShopVita.com collection. Vegas web. That's really cool. Look at those colors in there. Here's a card. I'll read that later. Oh, man, look at these. Oh, it's a book. That's yummy. Oh, I do smell that. I do smell that ink. That's beautiful. Geraldine, thank you so much. Good night, girl. So I ended up taking off half a day this afternoon because I just had other stuff I had to do. I really wanted to try to stream at least once before I get laid up for another 2 weeks. I looked at my channel and I couldn't believe it had been like over a month since I screamed. Well, I screamed today when I tried to stream. Oh man, I tell you, that ticks me off when they change stuff like that. I have to remember to look for Jean's tweet and see how the hell to undo that minicam business. This will have me set up with straps. Thanks, Tori. Oh my goodness. Tapes. All kind of washi. Little clips. They might work for holding my journals open when I work on them. That's got some cool texture in it. I don't know what that is. You guys see it? It's like sanded. There you go. It's like sandy. Tori, was that a typo or do you know something I don't know? Oh, a gold gel pen. You got all kind of stuff in here. Good Lord. Shiny tape. Oh, look at that. The iridescent tape. I've never seen that. I don't get out much. Little folders. I should have had you make my damn folders I was trying to make. Oh my goodness. Look at all these little cards. That's bright. Wow. I'll have to buy another IKEA cabinet to put all this stuff in. A watercolor ground. Oh, cool. Night, Tori. $7 o'clock. I told Dave it was going to be an hour. Oh, foil. Yum. Cool. Look at the, oh, look at these. All different sizes. They're alcohol inks, I think. You feel Yupo-y. Little card. There's so much stuff here. I might have to take some of this. Uh-oh, do I see a little bit of my art in this one? I'm just saying. Where's Gayla? She fall asleep? Gayla, are you still here? How's the rib today? Oh, that's a cool color. It's like a real dark copper. The blue in the background, that's a cool piece right there. Here's more of that, whatever that is. It's like maybe a heavy, had to take a, oh, excuse me. How's the rib cage today? The chat was moving so fast and I was trying to watch what I was showing here and talk about it. I missed if there was any rib discussion. Oh, look at the little Paris stamp on there. Oh, and more. That'll be something to use in the postcard series stuff that Robin's doing. Oh, it's vellum. Now, did you paint that? Or is that a piece of paper or wallpaper? If you painted that, you need to have your own channel. Envelopes. More little goodies. Alcohol inks. Hey, you know, the Dairy Queen was good. A bee, a buy, a bow, and a bop. Sure, that's Dairy Queen with the curl on top. saw Vicky earlier. Are you on design team with Robin McClellan? I am. I didn't know that was publicly known yet, so that's why I didn't say anything. But I'm very excited about that. These are pretty. I love this one. You tell everyone. Oh, you laughed. No, but I will now. So I have a little hankering for ice cream every now and again. Oh, Xandra, look. Oh my goodness. Xandra's going to drive down and hit me over the head for this. That's beautiful. So anyway, one night we were at the Dairy Queen, as you do, and Gayla, bless her heart, got out of the car, the minivan that we were all in, and because she liked going in and out of it so much. That was sarcasm if nobody picked that up. And walked across this parking lot to throw away, I don't know, a little snippet of trash. And I don't know what happened. I wasn't looking. If I was looking, I'd have probably peed my pants. But I looked around and she was in a ball rolling on the concrete after a fall. I don't know why I'm laughing. I can't help it. When somebody falls, it just slays me. But bless her heart, she bounced up there pretty good. And got in the car. When we knew she was alive and able to walk, then we were all about peeing ourselves. Just the comedy and the slapstick part of a fall just kills me. I watched too much Three Stooges when I was a kid. Oh my God. Anyway. Yeah, and so she wasn't hurting too bad. She was uncomfortable in the rest of the trip. And then we all go back to the airport on Sunday, the 16th, to come home. She was a little sore, then we all kind of went our separate ways. And after she got home, it was getting sorer. And don't you know, she broke a rib in that little tumble. Oh, Lordy. I got some Moo cards made with some of my newer designs in there. Not that anybody cares, but I did. But look how they come out. They come out really cute. I got the square ones, obviously, with rounded corners. But that damn book took me so much time. I had different bits of that made into cards that I love that one. Oop. But this one, they really pick up the detail. Look at the detail in that. And is it too shiny to see? Wait a minute, I can't do all that with my hands. There you go. See all that detail in there? Isn't that cool? Anyway, I got some more of those made. But yeah, there's a jelly print. I don't know if you guys have ever had Moo cards made before, but you can pick out what you want in there. There's some of the rose gold scripting, some of that one, a pile of jelly prints, that favorite collage that I like. And this is old. That's a canvas, but I love that. And that's an old one. And then they just repeat again, right? So I always stick one of those in when I get an Etsy order. I got to order more stamps. I got to get the new stamps made with the new pictograph designs on them. We got to do the stencil sale. And then I got other stuff going on that I can't mention yet. But soon, my friend, soon. "12 to 14 days, the pain peaks." So where are you? What night did she take the header? Was that Saturday or Friday? We were at Dairy Queen several times. It was only 20 minutes away. Things are kind of spread out down there. It was so cool though. The desert terrain when you're not used to that. And we were in the high desert. So it was like 60-ish, except for Saturday, it got up to 70 during the day. But at nights, it was down in the 30s a lot of nights. And I roomed with Xandra. Luckily, she likes it cold in the room too. So we had the window open. We had the ceiling fan. It was freezing in there. But it was so cozy when you got under the covers. She was all cozied up over at her bed, and I was cozied up near the window in mine. It was good. But I don't know if I can even show these pictures of some of the cactus and the colors in the cactus. They're crazy. So pretty. And there's my kids. Well, not my kids. It's my brother that's my brother. And Chelsea and her brother Zach. They did the penguin plunge. Kind of like a polar bear plunge. My brother does one for charity every year. And they do that every year. And every year there's something going on that I haven't made it yet, but I'm going next year if it kills me. It may. We were in Green Valley, about 25 minutes south of Tucson. Hang on. Here's my brother running into the water. He said next year he's going to take, he's taking Owen with him. I think Chelsea will be moving to Canada or something to get away from him. Oh, look, here's me and Rachel, and we had dinner. And guess who else was in the restaurant? Seth. Let's see. Oh, look at my little boo-boos. You guys might have seen this one already. I don't care. It's family time pictures. Look at my little boo-boos. Ah! Oh, here's a little incriminating picture. This was from Arizona. It does look like I'm sitting on a toilet in the little jail cell, but it was a stool. Trying to find more cactus pictures is where I'm going, but they're not coming up here so good. We took a lot of pictures to use to print on papers to use in the art. Hey, Janet. And like we used this man, I took a picture of this man in the maze symbol. We saw that everywhere. It's something to do with the life story of a man where he walks through a maze to find his way through different times in his life. This was a ceiling in the mission that we went to, San Xavier mission. That was just a ceiling, but it looks kind of cool the way we took the picture. And here's Xander's mermaid fence. Oh, look. Where was it? There's Gayla taking a picture by the mermaid fence. Oh, here we go. Here's some of the different cactus that were, these were at the, oh shit. These were at the mission. It just looks so cool when you never see cactus at home. Oh, look, was that a yucca? Gayla? A little inside joke about the yucca versus aloe. There's just different ones. Right. It's so different from home. And the crystal clear blue skies. All the little gardens of cacti. And then we took pieces of the building from the mission that we can, like, that swirl's really cool to cut up and use in something. Right. And this was the face of the mission. Different angles of that. It's got really cool little bits that would look cool printed out and used. And that's the mission there. Oh, what's that? Oh, Ops 3 invitation. Oh, well, in our bed and breakfast, there was a saddle. So I decided to giddy up one night on the saddle. What the hell? Oh, here's our journals that they were taking pictures of. All of our journals together. These were the ones that were on Instagram. And I did one in a circle too. Where's the circle one? There we go. That's cool. But anyway, that's a few that I'm allowed to show. Oh, look. Ta-da! Evidence. We were there. What else? Oh, Xander, remember that ink I was going to get from the Daiso online shop? Night, Shelly. I'm glad you did too, Kathy. Thanks. Show register. Oh, the cash register? Oh, hell no. I forgot what I was saying. That's your fault, Gayla. Oh, this is the tabletop from that restaurant where we ate. That'll look cool. Damn, what was I going to say? Xander, yes, question mark. What does that mean? I'm sure you're answering me. Oh, the ink. Yeah, I just saw a bottle here. I took a picture of it. Remember it was on Daiso, like 10 bottles for like $18. Sold out. Thank you, Judy. Sold out. Don't have it. The cash register. That was later. That was in Tubac. So Gail, we were shopping. We all went down to Tubac, Saturday afternoon, and we're shopping, and we came to the store where I actually finally bought a pair of earrings. Judy, you guys tell me it's Taos, but I don't like Taos. I like Taos. I know, it would have been like $1.88 for a bottle instead of $7 on Amazon, but they're sold out because Xander and I were going to split it. But anyway, so Gail and I were shopping and this jewelry store in Tubac, and they went to check out, and they had this old, I guess it's brass, cash register that they still use. And I was taking pictures of parts of it. That was the back of it. It doesn't show as shiny on here as it is. And here was another little area of it. I took all different kind of angles of it. Look, the work on the side of it. But that would look cool printed on onion skin, and that's the same one. Oh, here's the side. Maybe this way for that one. Yeah, the side of it. How ornate it was. It was really cool. There's the kind of the whole thing. But they still use it. Oh, look. Boo-boo. But Gayla, you have to send me the ones that you took from the front of it. Of course, she went behind the counter and took pictures of the keys, which look really cool. But you need to send me those, girlfriend. I didn't get any of those. I thought you did, but you didn't. I don't think. Unless you did and I didn't add them to my photos, which would be very unlike me. Oh, here's one I took for Gayla. Gayla insisted I take that picture. If anyone wants to venture, guess why? You can ask Gayla. All right, I'm starving. I'm tired. I got to go. Thank you, Geraldine, for all of this stuff. And for everybody that gave me stuff that we showed in the packets and packets and packets of papers. I appreciate it. It's good to be back, but now I'm going to be out for a while again. But meanwhile, I'll be pondering how to get rid of this damn Manicam thing. I finally trained myself to go the opposite way I want to go. And now Manicam, I'm going the wrong way because I'm used to going the wrong way. Does that make sense? Everybody clear on that? Just trust me. So, oh, thanks, guys. It should be more of a nuisance than anything serious. Assuming I wake up from the anesthesia, because I had a little problem with that a few years ago with an upper endoscopy. Apparently, I stopped breathing at some point. They told me your neck and shoulders are going to be sore because what we had to do to you to get your breathing again. I said, excuse me? I have to tell them to go light on the propofol. So thanks, guys, for jumping in last minute again. But at least I made it finally. And I'll see you as soon as I can. Night, everybody. Joan, time for you to go to bed. All right, kids. See ya.